Really nice in the same sentence is an oxymoron, but this thing's nice. It's clean, it's not smashed, it's not rusty, it's fully loaded. Leather, panoramic, sunroof front and back. It's a nice car. Well, why is it here? You already know why it's here. Under the hood, the engine on all of these blow up. Don't buy these things. Horrible. What is going on here? Don't buy these things. Buy yourself a Toyota, buy yourself an Acura, buy yourself a Lexus, buy yourself a Honda. Because this one here only lasted 129,000 miles. And it actually was maintained. Now I can see how you'd be duped into buying one of these. Leather, screen, heated and cooled seats, all the fancy options. Because we get these things on a daily basis with about 120,000 miles on them and blown engines. Auto Parts City, talk to you guys later.
Yep, it just blew up. It just fucking blew up. I have no power. Nothing. This is fucking great.
Dead screen. Radio won't come on. Won't do anything. Complete blackout. Now it's on, but the car turned off. The door has been opened and closed. We're stopping for gas. Radio's not turning off now.
All right, this is a bizarre one, okay? The Kia Soul, right? We all know engine, Kia engines. But what's super bizarre is listen to the pattern of this, okay? It's one noise, then a second one comes, they build up together, and then boom, like that, it shuts off. It's a pattern. Just keep with it for like 30 seconds. Now it's going to reset. It's going to do it again. All right, so it sounds like it's more top end, although it's kind of centered. I was prodding around with my stethoscope, but I'm not, I'm not asking you what are the common problems with these. We know what they are: valve train issues, piston slap, rod knock. We know it, okay? But that exact pattern, has anyone ever heard that exact pattern before? What? Dude, that's so bizarre to me. Please chime in, let me know what you think.
What's that noise? Shit. What's that noise? I don't know. Sounds like a rod.
Do not buy Kias. Kias are the worst cars to buy when it comes to reliability, and they will leave you stranded. Let me tell you why. As a dealer, I sell many cars, and the one car that frequently comes back with issues aren't the Mercedes, aren't the BMWs, are the Kias. But I've learned the hard way to stay away from Kias. This is why I don't have many Kias, if not any Kias, in my inventory, because not only do they have motor issues, electrical issues, and I just have a high return rate on these. When you sell a Kia Soul or a Kia Forte or a Hyundai, some people can't even get them insured because insurance companies are no longer insuring Kias because they were very easy to steal. I've had 4 Kias come back, 2 Kia Optimas, this Kia Sorento, and also another Kia that is at Kia to get an engine replaced. Now, Kia's brand new do offer an amazing price point for features, technology, safety, but after a while, they degrade so quickly, especially knowing that Kia offers a 100,000 mile warranty. You're probably going to spend 50 or 60,000 of those miles in service. These motors consume oil like crazy, and they will leave you stranded in a heartbeat. Here we have a 2015 or 2016 Kia Sorento. I'm talking about every option. It has the 360 cameras, adaptive cruise control. You got the sport rims. You got heated and cooled seats. You got everything. 75,000 miles in this Kia. Fully loaded Kia with 75,000 miles already has rod bearing issues. And I feel like that's Kia's strategy. They want to sell you on their features and their technology rather than the durability and reliability of their motor and transmission. But the crazy part is this motor was already replaced by Kia. So I bought this Kia from the auction, sold it to a customer, told him the engine was replaced. Not even 10,000 miles later, it's having oil consumption, rod bearing breakdown issues.
What if you could go back to the beginning? This is it, Pete.
Look how beautiful and metallic that oil is. Fresh oil change too. Brand new motor, not even. And if you don't believe me, just research all many of forums and Reddit posts where even Kia techs are telling people to stop buying them because they are really bad. Kia Optimas, Kia Sorrentos, the 100,000 mile warranty is great for the customer as long as you're all right with your car being in service or in the shop most of the time. And this is true. We have one customer that ended up needing a motor replaced in their Kia, and it was still underneath the campaign for Kia to replace the motor, and it is still in service. It's been 4 months later. They have not gotten an approval yet. And I'm sure that is very frustrating to just have your car sitting at the dealership knowing that nobody's touching it or working on it. But all in all, if you want to save yourself the trouble, stay away from Kias, stay away from Hyundais, stay away from the 1.6 motors, turbo or not, Hyundai the same thing, and you will save yourself so much time by not being in the service shop or waiting for your car to be serviced.
Down here at Kia, and they got a new Tasman on the floor. It's already leaking oil. It's got oil on the ground inside the showroom. Wow. Wow.
Why would any manufacturer do this? Why? This is a constant reminder of how broke you are, and you got the base of the base model of that car. Why?
Someone at Kia is about to get fired. That's 2 different colors. That's 2 different colors. As well as that. How did they screw up this bad?
If you're buying a Kia or a Hyundai, you must be just completely desperate and just don't know what to look for. Korean cars are some of the worst cars ever produced, and I have facts to back this. Kia and Hyundai had 3.3 million vehicles recalled for a major issue. The cars were literally catching on fire. The problem with these Korean vehicles is that it was a rush product. They're trying to keep up with these other auto manufacturers, so they're putting out a half-assed product, and what's happening is this is affecting the customers and their client base. 500,000 vehicles recalled in Australia over fire claims. There's literally a class action lawsuit with the Kia engine from 2010 to 2020. If you have any of these models in between 2010 and 2020, you could get some money. Don't get me wrong, beautiful looking product, nice interior. I'm sure this drives great. I've always wanted to drive one, but I just would never buy a Kia or a Hyundai. I mean, I would need a crazy incentive to purchase one of these cars. I bought a Hyundai Sonata from the auction one time, and that engine was fucked, bro. But luckily, it was covered. They allowed me to replace it at the dealer for 100% free. On the other hand, I've only bought one Kia, and that was a Kia Forte. And that thing was a piece of shit. Like I said, Korean cars are just rush products. And honestly, they did a half-assed job on making these vehicles.
Here are 3 reasons why you should never buy a Kia Optima. This is probably the worst car you could buy. First reason is insurance. A lot of insurance companies are not providing service for Kia Optimas. So remember way back then, like a year or 2 ago, people were stealing these Optimas with like the USB drives, just turning the key. Well, insurance was fed up with it and they said, absolutely not. We're not even going to cover these cars. Go with someone else. So you can't even cover these cars half the time. Next up, we got engine failures. These Optimas have a huge issue with their 2.4 engines where they just blow up and just stop working. So much so that the dealership has replacement engines on the shelf waiting. But with the recall, yes, you could get a new engine completely for free, but who really wants to go through that and have your car down for 2 weeks? And then the third reason goes back to the first reason. When you do get insurance, it's extremely high. And they're getting stolen like no tomorrow. They're a hot commodity for thieves, and you just don't want to deal with these cars in general. Just stay away from them.
That's why you don't ever buy a fucking Kia. They break that fucking steering column off just like that. There's your key. This thing is locked. it is. There you go. Piece of shit, Kia. Do better.
Every car made today is garbage, okay? But some are more garbage than others. You have your Chevy, you have your Ford, you have your Dodge, Jeep, Ram, whatever. They all have their problems, right? And if you buy these vehicles knowing their problems, most likely you know how to prevent them. In the case of Hyundai and Kia, they are fucking trash from the factory. And the funny thing is, they try and mask the fact that their cars are garbage by putting a nice interior with nice quality materials and the infotainment system and screens. And you can put a costume on a pile of shit. It's still a pile of shit, right? And they also guarantee you a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Oh, the warranty. You need the fucking warranty. You need that fucking warranty because that engine's going to blow. She's going to blow. I'll tell you, Kias come in here all day. Kia Souls, Kia Optimas, all garbage. All garbage. The only Kia that's not a garbage is a V6. They have a decent V6. Any other four-bangers, fucking trash. Those engines eat oil. And when I say they eat oil, your mechanic probably doesn't tell you when they drain your oil, but 99% of the time, the 2.4 and the 2.0 are fucking out of oil when they come in for an oil change. And you know what their fix for that was with the modern day Hyundais and Kias? They have bigger oil pans to hold more oil. Instead of holding 4.6 quarts of oil, they now hold 6.5 quarts of oil for a
Nick needs to change his oil before leaving town for Leo's game. So he went to AutoZone, where he finds the right oil.
4-cylinder. That to me is deceiving and disgusting. Korean cars are fucking garbage. I will take a Ford, a fucking Dodge, a GM. I'll take a G. I hate GM. I'll take a GM any fucking day. I'll take a Chevy fucking Sonic over a fucking Korean Hyundai Kia piece of shit. That's how much I know that they are trash vehicles. They've always been trash vehicles. They've always been throwaway cars. Once that engine blows, the car ain't worth shit. And if you go to any Kia or Hyundai dealer out back, they have tons and tons of fucking engines and crates stacked that need to be replaced or just blown up and destroyed. Keep buying your Korean junk. You're making me money.
It's safe to say that I'm an expert in my field. I've been in the automotive industry for over 15 years now, and I was a mechanic for almost 10 years. Worked extensively in service departments, front to back, and I now work in mechanical claims, very similar to insurance. So with all that said, I wholeheartedly avoid, it's kind of neck and neck, but this is the one brand that I avoid vehemently. I will never buy new or used ever, period. And that is going to be Hyundai Kia. Okay, now hear me out. I know that they fool the eye with their very nice interiors. They have a lot of great design teams who make great interiors to look at. However, the engines, transmissions, and drivetrains on these cars are Temu quality. Like, they are from Wish, because they are so bad, so prone to failure. I'm looking at a 2020 Kia Telluride right now, and it has, let's see, it has 50,000 miles on it, okay? It needs an engine. You want to know why? Because the Bank One exhaust camshaft actuator sheared. There's a dowel pin that I guess it mounts to the camshaft and the actuator, and that pin sheared off, created a ton of metal shavings in the engine, and now the engine's fried. In a 2020 with less than the powertrain warranty mileage. This vehicle is a second owner, so, you know, we're going to have to take care of it. But not only is this car going to need an engine, Kia engines are on a severe back order right now. You can't even find them from Kia. They're not making enough to supply the demand for these engines because they are so prone to failure. Some of these cars are in the shop for months. I had a Kia claim the other day where we authorized an engine last year, literally a year ago to the date, and the engine finally came in. And the car was just in the shop because it was dead. You can't drive it, you know what I'm saying? So Kia, Hyundai, Genesis, stay the fuck away from them. And the next runner-up is going to be Stellantis. Anything Mopar, Alfa Romeo, Fiat, stay away from them too. I can make another video on those. But Kia, Hyundai, Genesis, that's my top brand to stay away from, new or used.
So something a lot of Kia owners are starting to notice right now